We're back. Hatercast is back. Got Winston Hawkins here,
Santi on the tracks, ones and twos.
and we are here to present this week, week 14, the losers and winners of week 14. And we kind of want to do something different, a little special. Since me and Santi did do our draft, we're gonna go back and kind of revisit a little bit of our who we picked for the championship and who we picked for the sack and see if we got it right or wrong here. Um,
Yep.
let's start. We'll start with Santi's game one. So we got Santi versus Hooley game one. Let you start it off.
Yeah, and obviously we're usually the hater cast. So today we might go a little bit different. Obviously, hating this year hasn't worked. So this might be a more tame podcast, is what I would say if I was a bitch, but I'm not. Sure. Right now I'm in the Sacco game. Kenneth McCaffrey, the worst white man in America. I don't know. It was the year of the white guy. Your president won. You had Nick Bosa. You know what? Blame Nick Bosa. He put a curse on your team. Taylor Swift on the boys and the girls put a curse on the Niners. You guys stink. So obviously my team, sure, my team sucks. I'm 5-8. I'm projected 155. I have a quarterback on bye. I dropped Jameis for Mac Jones a couple weeks ago because I needed a quarterback. Was it a good decision? Absolutely not. Do I care? No. I'm beating Hooley, and I'm not making the sackle purely based off vibes alone.
With that said, just vibes alone, there is no chance in God's green earth is Hooley's winning or Santi's winning this matchup. This is easily probably the worst team I've ever seen if Lou wasn't in our league, honestly. This this team sucks. Bro, like yeah, Bucky here, and like you got lucky picking up Bucky Irving, but bro, ETN sucks. Mac Jones, Jordan, at least Jordan Love will help you out. Devontae Adams is not Devontae Adams of old. Like your second best player is a fucking tight end, and Joku
You're
is
the
your
tight end,
second
baby.
best player. This team fucking sucks. Oh my God. Hooley's team is decent. Like he's lucky he got Evans kind of going for the 1,000 yards. So and Mayfield's gonna throw that to him like nobody's business. So that's gonna get him at least like 20 points each. I
At
mean, this game's
least.
not gonna be close. I mean, truthfully and honestly, this game's not like Hooley might win. Hooley might win by 40, 50 points. It's gonna be bad. So Santi, I hope you don't win the Sacco Bowl. You've been avoiding the Sacco for the longest. Eighth place has been your eighth place has been your little circle, but yeah, you're
Yep.
cooked, my boy. You're cooked. So
Never been in the
I
Sacco
got
game.
Holy
So
in this one.
if I lose this week, I go to the Sacco game for the first time in league history. But don't plan on being there. So someone else can road trip to Bucky's. Or maybe have Bucky Irving as a sign that I'm going to drive to Bucky's. But we'll see.
Let's see. Next we got me versus Ryan. I guess I'll start this one off. Let's be real. This is probably our closest projection to date. Ryan projected at 167. I'm projected at 168. We are playing for the number one seed. We already locked up playoffs because that's what we do. As former champions, we just get the shit done. What the biggest difference is in this game is going to be basically what it is throughout our careers. Ryan has Sackles, I don't. He has been a loser and still is a loser. Like this man has 10 different fucking college teams. Like you think he's going to pick the right fucking players this each week? No. Man can't pick the right
Mm-mm.
college team to pick on each week. Come on. Like again, again. Congrats to Syracuse. You won. You beat us. That's cool. Ryan, glad to see you actually like watch Syracuse football. First I've ever heard of it. FSU, I'm glad you don't have to be an FSU fan anymore because you know what? Syracuse is your future. And I don't want to hear FSU anymore. But you know what? This week I will be winning. I do have some tough matchups. Some of my top players are on bye, and that's okay. We need it for the playoffs anyways. But I got me winning by at least 20. I know it's projected by one. I'm gonna win by at least 20 because what Jalen Hurts is going to do to the Carolina Reapers is going to be illegal. And it's not going to be close. My boy Bijan has been on a fucking tear, and he's going to continue that. So I got me winning by 20.
Remember, folks, you're only a loser. Losing doesn't make you a loser. Being a loser makes you a loser. Liking a
True.
team only when they're up and winning makes you a loser. The whole chat, we ain't hear not one word about college football all year, right? These Florida State fans, we didn't even know Ryan likes here. We knew he's from upstate New York, but
I knew
he's a Carmelo fan.
I
Not
knew he
only
liked
like he got
Syracuse
Carmelo.
basketball. Again, who does like
I
Syracuse
didn't even know he
basketball?
liked Notre
They're
Dame. He
winners.
likes the gold, the orange, the garnet. It don't matter, right? Because when their teams are down, they don't like to talk. Unlike us, Miami be down sometimes. We still talk trash because that's what we do in Miami.
Yo, this
Because we're
motherfucker
not
said he's a Notre
losers.
Dame fan too.
We'll lose games, but we're not losers. That being said, Ryan wins this game because your team sucks and you have Lamar Jackson on bye. And I do expect Jamar Chase to do some illegal things to those Dallas Cowboys in front of the world on Monday night. Is it in Jerry World? In Jerry World, Jerry's gonna have a heart attack seeing what Jamar Chase does to that defense.
That man's getting locked down. All right. Next, let's go to Lou and Brent's. We're gonna call this the mid off.
Boy,
So if you take it off.
if we had like Thanksgiving last week, right? And like sometime last week we did like a Thanksgiving episode, we did like food rankings and stuff. If this game was a Thanksgiving plate, it'd be a vegan dinner with people who don't use seasoning. It's like you don't want it on your plate. You don't be in the same house as it. It's just so bad. It looks like prison food that's vegan. That's how bad this game is. That being said, um, damn, Brent Strasser is awful. There's a reason I picked him in my preseason Sacco, and he is going to make me look like a genius because he will make that game. Like AJ Brown, he's good. Montgomery's good. Who knows? Maybe he gets suspended for his little TikTok antics. We'll see. Lou, I need Lou to lose, but his points are ahead of me, so I don't think Lou can make the Sacco game regardless. So I think Lou, it's tough, right? Because he does have Josh Allen, and the guy catches, he runs, he fields, he gets married to Gwen Stacy. He does all the good stuff. But he does have Quentin Johnson, and Quentin Johnson sucks, like both these teams. So this is one of those games where like someone has to win. It's like a Thursday night game way back in the day between like I don't know, like the Patriots versus like I don't know the Panthers. That's the vibes I get from this
Jazz
game.
versus Panthers, Thursday night
Yeah, it's like
football.
Jags, Panthers, Thursday night, color rush. Like
Color rush.
you watch it to see how bad it is, but after like a quarter, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go watch a movie with my girl. So that being said, I'm gonna go with. I guess I'll go with Lou.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. This game has no winners. It really does. Brent Brent might void the Sacco with a win here, and again, I kind of hope he does, just for his own mental sake. But Lou, even if Lou wins this game, he still loses because there's no chance he's winning next week in the playoffs if he wins. There's no chance. This like you have a terrible team. This is second worst because your team is easily the worst in the league. It's not even close. This is a terrible fucking like you're still starting Quentin Johnson. After watching this man in the last 2 weeks drop 10 balls, you're still starting this man. That's how bad this team is. Oh my God.
Damn, it's a that matchup.
No, this is a yeah. Vegan turkey, a vegan dinner here. That's what this is. So but I would do have Brent winning this somehow, some way. Like I said, there is no winners in this mid off. Next, let's go Carlos Josh. So this is a big matchup for me. Josh wins, I win. I get a first seed. I get a bye in the first week. Carlos, if me and Carlos both lose, I still can possibly get it with more points scored. And Carlos is having a tough bye week this week, so I am feeling good with myself. Um, with that said, Josh somehow, some way sneaks into the playoffs and then goes on a fucking stupid run. And it
Voodoo.
makes no fucking like again, is what some of your soul worth fantasy football, Josh? Is it? Look in the mirror and say, hey, don't you really want to be commissioner again? He really does. I think he'd be bullshitting. He loves his power
He
struggle.
loves it. He
He
loves
loves that
it.
power rush.
He
Um,
tells his friends about it.
Carlos again, like he's been disrespecting the fantasy gods all year, and and they're gonna pay back. They come back in vengeance. Like they're gonna come back, and it's not gonna be pretty. This man again, already tore his Achilles, and
Man
then
down.
and he just Yeah, I just don't see him winning this matchup here. I don't see him doing well in the playoffs. First round exit looks like too. Probably to Lou, which is gonna that's probably your biggest like that's probably the punishment. First round exit to Lou. How sad is that? Um, yeah, I got Josh winning. It's Justin Jefferson versus Atlanta. I mean, the matchups are kind of crazy, but fucking Kamara's projected 27 points. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, Josh has a matchup. Somehow he's gonna will himself to the playoffs again, for no fucking reason. And yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those games where I need Carlos to win so I can potentially miss out on Sacco. Granted, will I beat Julio? Duh, my team's fucking like that. But it would help, if Carlos did his job and beat Josh. But he thinks he did the punishment, right? He's like, oh no, what are you guys talking about? I did the punishment. I saved my Sabrina Carpenter. Boy, you did the backup punishment. That don't count. That's like a preseason
Like,
punishment.
who
You
the
ain't
fuck
do it.
said,
You ain't do it all.
oh, I paid my dues, bitch? What?
Paid
Like,
my dues. See, he thinks
if
the
people
fantasy
voted no on
gods
that shit, yo,
forget.
the people that voted
Right,
no for him being the fucking y'all are pussies, pussies.
bitch made.
Yeah,
Anyway,
looking at
so
you,
I
bully.
I coach with Carlos twice a week. I see what he does, coaching baseball. That's fine. This isn't baseball. Your team's about to get smoked, dude. And I hate to say it because I really want Josh to lose, but how do you stop a guy who has Jameis, who put up 500 yards and 3 picks and still got 40 points? That's the quarterback of old. That's Jameis being Jameis. Brock Bowers may also put about 50 points up on Tampa's defense because they stink, but the Bucks will still win. I'll go with Josh winning because I need him to, he's the Scarlet Witch now. We'll call him Wanda. And Carlos is gonna lose again because he started off high and then he got too cocky with it, like, oh, look at me, I'm paying attention this year, I'm winning. Now look at your team. Ass. Give me Josh.
What he gets for not making another trade again.
Again.
Yeah. So anyway, we go to the game of the week here. You can also call this the mid off. I'm not gonna lie. But we do have John and Reed. This is probably the most important game in our league. It's a win and end game. So if John wins, he's in. If Reed wins, he's in. Um, with that said, Reed I, Reed should have been out. Like this man needed 25 points from Jerry Jeudy. This Jerry Jeudy had the game of his fucking life. And he
Mm.
doesn't have that. This man is already in the sack. This man has a chance for a sack. This man has never looked this. He's probably looking at his roster 5 times all year. I know he clicks the quick
Quick ad.
matchup. Yeah, quick edit for his matchup and doesn't look at it again. Anyways, with that said, I mean he has a decent team. Nice little stack with Goff and St. Brown. Chain's gonna be coming up late. I wonder that Jets defense is gonna wake up. But and Jerry Jeudy, like with Jameis at the helm, with Jerry Jeudy, he's gonna fucking sling it. So I do have Reed in the upset here against John, which is gonna be good probably for everybody because John is the hottest team right now in our league. But I just don't see I just see somehow Reed's gonna do it. I don't know how, but Reed's gonna win this. So I do think Burrow's gonna go off against Dallas, and that's gonna be some late night points there. But yeah, I got Reed in a close one. I think it's gonna be like a come. It's gonna come down to um Burrow, but I think he's gonna get sacked and then lose 2 points, and then Reed wins that way. So
Mm. You know, I would talk about Reed's team, but he's not gonna watch this. He's not gonna see what we say about it. He's not gonna change his lineup. It doesn't matter. So we'll
he didn't
skip
change his
that.
name.
We'll go to John's team. Reed's in love. You get in love, fantasy football becomes second, I guess.
So sad.
Ooh, look at me, I have a girlfriend.
This man's domesticated. How sad.
Ball his life. Look, John got a girlfriend. John's still balling out here, right? I think one of my seeds gotten better since the girlfriend. Um, I don't know, dude. These teams also suck. I hate all of these teams. If you look back at the preseason rankings and the preseason hype, I did say Lad McConkey was supposed to be good for my source, and he came out being pretty good. So just based off this, since I did say Jamar Chase is going to do some illegal things to that Dallas secondary in front of Jerry Jones, someone has thrown him the ball, and that's going to be Joe Burrow. So I think he might get like two 50 plus yard touchdowns. Okay, take out the bonuses, all down that hill. So I do think John is going to win this game and start rolling into the playoffs, as I did have John as my preseason championship game participant.
Yep. So just a quick recap. So for my Sacco, I did have Reed and Ryan. It looks like it's not going to happen. So congrats to you guys for actually doing something for the first time this year.
Yep. And I
For
had
my
Lou and Brent as my Sackos.
which Brent again, buddy,
Could happen.
figure it out. My championship game, I mean, other than me, so I'll say I will be in there, but I did have John and Lou in there, which is still a possibility. John has been the hottest team of late, so that I don't think anybody wants to see him in the playoffs. Lou, he is mid enough to just maybe just skate on by. Who knows? It might be his year, but we'll see.
Yep. And I had Hooli and John, which both of those could still happen. And again, I think in my draft recap, I said this is such an average draft for everyone. Everyone seemed pretty the same. And the results showed that. We have a lot of teams we saying they could be Sacco for loss or they could still be in contention for the championship. So good drafting this year, boys. Except you, Carlos. You just got lucky, and the gods are teasing you with a decent year before they humiliate you next year.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the most balanced year we've had in a long time. There's even the top teams are all in with like within the same game. Nobody's really just peaked out and just took over the league yet. And then the bottom of the pack is all pretty even. So I would say the division switch was the best thing that happened in this league. People are getting too comfortable in their mid rankings, so I'm glad things switched up. We see now when things switched up, Brent and Josh suffered because this is probably one of their saddest years. Um, but with that said, I just want to get a quick recap of my picks just so we don't forget. I had myself, I had Brent winning, I had Hooley winning, I had Josh winning, and then I had Reed winning in that game of the week.
And then in mine, I had myself because unlike other people in this league, I always pick myself. Why would I go against myself? Love myself.
Team stuff.
Losers. I picked Ryan to beat Winston. I think I picked Lou to beat Brent. I don't know if I contradict myself. No, I didn't. I picked Josh to beat Carlos to keep
Hmm.
on his one division. And then I did pick John to continue his hot streak and bring in the New England Winters with a win.
I don't think
You
we
know, he's a
agreed on
big Noah
anything.
Cahan guy.
Do we not agree on
No, as it
anything?
should be. As it should be, guys.
That's
You
that's,
shouldn't
that's
agree.
solid.
Need
That's
some
solid.
controversy. This is first take, you know? Have some different of opinions.
All right. Well, we're gonna close this out. Appreciate you listening. Lou, continue to be mid. Josh, you suck. Reed, check your lineup, change your name, stop being a bitch. You're not gonna see this, so I'll probably text you. And then yeah, everybody else, good luck. It's gonna be a crazy week 14. Hopefully you don't make the sacco. Brent, take some time to yourself, buddy.
All
Peace.
right, y'all. Peace.
But I can't let them do it. I got murder on my mind, bitch. I got murder on